Hello everybody, it's me, Code Trucker Looter, signing in for another episode of the C Sharp course series. And this is actually the following part of the introduction. Sorry to took so long. This is actually exactly a week after the introduction, but I'm gonna launch these two episodes together. So in this part of the introduction, we're gonna do some basic exercises. We're gonna do 4 exercises here that you can practice your own, and basically will give you an idea of how to do these kind of exercises, kind of programs in C Sharp, so you can actually do other ones by yourself. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the course by going to console app in Visual Studio, making a console app for C Sharp. We're going to do introduction or input name. Perfect. And hit enter. That nets your 8, yeah, or whichever one you like, it's fine. All right, so we are here on the Visual Studio on the text editor. We're gonna delete everything that we have here, and we're gonna start from out of scratch, like we always do, right? So we're gonna start with writing using system and semicolon. The namespace was gonna be input name. Then we're gonna create the class, the program, and then static void main. String argument, sure. And then, well, what we're gonna do here, this program actually, what's going on here? Static void. Perfect. Thank you. So what we're gonna do here is actually create a console that write line, okay, saying what is your name? What is your name? Okay. And then we're gonna do here console that write line. My name is Code Talker. Statement. Save. Then of course Control Shift and B as in Beauregard, right? And we build the program. And now we go here in this play button, which will run our program. So what is your name? My name is Code Talker. You can try with your own name or any name. This basically displays the text that you are doing, that you are basically displaying or watching. Okay, so that is the first program. Display a name. Create a program that shows in the console your name or any name. That's perfect, right? Okay. Oh, sorry, excuse me. All right, so before going continuing with this exercise, with the second exercise, I would like to show you something that is very cool in programming, which are the comments. So what is a comment? A comment is basically that. So say that you're working with a lot of people, or you're trying to remember something, or you're trying to code something, right? And it's very late at night, you just want to sleep, but you actually crack the code, right? You crack the code, and you want to create like a memo inside the program that states that the following line will basically input said an X code. Okay, it will input something. So a cool thing to do are comments. So for example, in the instructions that we have here, right? For example, create a program that shows in console your name. So these are comments. Comments do not are not being executed. Do not execute inside the program. Okay. Oh, excuse me for that. Do not basically are not executed by the program. They are not programmable. They're just comments that are basically plain text that are inside your code that will allow you to the programmer to read some instructions. For example, that is instruction, right? Create a program that shows in the console your name. So you write, sorry, console that write line. What is your name, right? Semicolon, and then again you do it. My name is Code Talker. Close parenthesis and semicolon. And you will see it here. We are gonna build this, the program. We're gonna run it. It's gonna go. What is your name? My name is Code Talker. See, it's the same code that we wrote last time, but the comments are not being executed. The comments are not being shown in the console. Why is that? Because Visual Studio knows that when you put a comment, it's just plain text. Therefore, it won't be computed. It won't be executed. The IDE basically forgets about the comment and will just compute your code. That's it. Comments are a very, very good thing to are very good it's very good practice to use comments or for instructions. So there are, as you can see, single line comments, or what you could do here is multi-line comment. So here you see that I put, instead of double slash, which is the beginning of a comment, I put comment and star. So everything that is below all the line on the next lines are gonna be comments. So how do you close this? Basically by doing that. See, it's pretty good. It's pretty when you want to do like very like a paragraph or like a text, you could do that. Okay, so single line comments and multi-line comments. It's pretty neat. Right, now let's get ready to get to the second exercise. Okay, shall we? So now we're going to do here is new project, Control C#. So this one is almost the same as the other one, okay? All right. So now this is called street address. And next, create. Save. Well, let's save the other one. Sure, why not? All right. So it's going to be using system. Okay. And then what we need to do is namespace, of course. Namespace street address. Open curly brackets. I'm going to create a class called program, of course. class program. I'm going to create first, because now we know the concept of comments, let's create the instructions, okay? Single line comment, create a program that shows an address in the console. Okay, so let's go with console.writeLine. Oh, wait a minute, what am I doing here? I think I missed something, right? Yes, I did. Static void main string yada yada yada. Okay, I'm gonna wrap from here, and I'm gonna show you a pro tip. Okay, you click in the line number. Okay, now you can press Ctrl X and you cut it. That's perfect, right? Isn't that cool? Okay, create a program that shows an address in the console. All right, this is very simple, right? This is actually is almost the same thing. It's almost the same thing as the other exercise, right? Console.writeLine. Where do you live? Where do you live? Okay, pretty simple, right? Console.writeLine. Okay, I live in 1425 Elm Street. I don't know, Elm Street, Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't know if Cheyenne actually has a an Elm Street. If you're from Cheyenne, please confirm. But yeah, okay. So we build a program. And we run the program now. And where do you live? I live in 1425 Elm Street. Pretty straightforward. Okay. Now let's get into this third exercise. Perfect. So we're going into the mathematics now. So file, new, project. Addition. Okay. Everything. Awesome. Okay. This is super simple, guys. This is actually very simple, but we're gonna get into how C# actually compute mathematic equations. Okay. Well, mathematic, like arithmetic, basically. So we're gonna go over here. All right. So our library, of course, using system, namespace, addition, curly brackets, class program, static void main string args. Perfect. All right, and so first let's write the instructions here. Create a program that shows the result of 5 plus 5. All right, so it's basically very, very simple. The concept of variables, we're gonna talk about it in the next video. But now we're just gonna do 5 plus 5 as just a thing, okay? So console, oh gosh, console.writeLine, all right? how much is 5 plus 5? Okay, and I forgot something here, right? Here, system, right? Console that write line, console that write line, and I can say here 5 plus 5 is, and here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip over the text message, right? Our semicolons, sorry, semicolons, our text, right? That is, it's enclosed in our quotation marks, right? So our double quotation marks here, they've worked, they worked as text, right? As a plain text, that because it is enclosed inside the console write line parenthesis, right? Thanks to that, that plain text is gonna pop up on our console. But now what I'm gonna do here is do something called concatenation. So concatenation, it's the process of adding basically one piece of a statement with another by adding both statements thanks to a plus sign. Get this. Plus 5 plus 5 and end of a statement. So when I build this and run this, what do you guys think that is going to happen? Well, let's see. How much is 5 plus 5? 5 plus 5 is 10. So I forgot, there we go. Build again, addition. There you go. That's better. That's more readable right here. How much is 5 plus 5? 5 plus 5 is 10. Awesome. So concatenation is always on basically one piece of a statement plus sign another piece of a statement. So there's a lot of languages that do concatenation with a comma. So what happens when we do a comma instead of that? Let's see what happened. Build succeeded. Okay. See, the comma basically it's not concatenating. It's the computer is not processing our command because we're not using the actual operator for concatenation, which is the plus sign. Okay. Build, and voila. How much is 5 plus 5? 5 plus 5 is 10. That's cool, right? And this can happen in a lot of how you call it, scenarios, not only in mathematics or when you're trying to add plain text from a write line operator or from a write line console command to another piece of just like numbers. You can there's another scenarios that we could use this in terms of concatenation, but that's gonna be for another chapter. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into the final exercise in this video. I know it's been a little bit we are in almost 20 minutes, so it's very there's a lot of things to do here, and feel free to experiment yourself. Okay, feel free to experiment with other other types of exercises. It's fine. It's fine. You can see and search other stuff. LeetCode. Okay. So let's get into the next exercise in 3, 2, 1. create here basic arithmetic. So pretty much, you know, more math. Okay, arithmetic using system namespace basic arithmetic. What else? Class program. Okay. Static void main. String argument. All right. So here, create a program that shows the different results of two numbers with addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. All right, so very straightforward, right? So instead of doing just addition, we have to do subtraction. We're gonna do division and multiplication. So it's very straightforward, and you can do this with just right line. Just right line. So first, the programmer, meaning us, already got the instruction. But how about if we do it, if we are going to talk to the user of this program, right? So we're going to do console dot, and get this. Instead of right line, what we're going to do is right. Right. So right. What does right do? Right, it's basically like right line, but the difference is right, it's always in the same line. Right line is just one line, and when you create another right line command, it will display in the next line. All right, guys. So here, choose, or sorry, display in the console the different results of two different numbers. Okay. Choose two different numbers and add them to each other. We're concatenating. That's cool, huh? At the moment that I click enter, Visual Studio automatically concatenate the other text. But here it is. Here's the thing: to each other, and use subtraction, multiplication, and use subtraction, multiplication, and division. I think we're missing and use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So how will this line will turn out? Let's see. Build. See, so it's displaying the console different results of different numbers. So choose two different numbers and add them to each other, and use addition. It's very convoluted, right? It's very disorganized. I don't like it. So what we can do here is, instead of instead of deleting this, we can do /n. This will basically prompt a new line. So we can do this. Okay, choose two different numbers and add them to each other. Add them to each other. Use addition. Okay, and use subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Save. See, display in the console the different results of two different numbers. Choose two different numbers and add them to each other, and use subtraction, multiplication, division. It looks better, right? I think it looks better. What we could do here, different numbers and add them to each other. There you go. And we can do here. Has to be inside text. There you go. Better. Do not do that. Better. This is way better. Okay. Now let's get cracking with the math. So, console.writeLine. Now we can just write line because we're doing each equation, okay? All right, console write line. I'm going to use two different numbers, okay? 7 plus 4 is concatenate, open parenthesis, 7 plus 4, semicolon. Console write line. If you have IntelliSense, just use IntelliSense. It's going to be very helpful. 7 minus 4, okay, is concatenation, open parenthesis, 7 minus 4, close parenthesis, semicolon. What else? 7 by 4 is 7 by 4 there. What's going on here? Okay. Okay. 7 by 4. Okay. Concatenation, open parenthesis. 7 by 4 and last but not least, let's close the parenthesis already. I hate this. There we go. 7 divided by 4 is 7, 4. Okay. So now we build the program. Build succeeded. We'll build it again. Okay. We'll see. Display in the console the different results of two different numbers. Choose two different numbers and add them to each other. And use subtraction, multiplication, division. Let's see. Wait a minute. And division. Okay. So n build, there you go. Perfect, better. So here we have 7 plus 4 is 11, 7 minus 4 is 3, 7 times 4 is 28, and 7 divided by 4, because you can divide it, is 1. Cool, isn't it? And with that, it will wrap up for this video. It's 30 minutes long. Wow, okay, that's actually pretty cool, I guess. So that'll be for the introduction. Just so we got the introduction and also some very basic exercises to do. And of course, as I said it again, feel free to search for other codes and retain the knowledge. I want you to guys explore how much you can learn about these basic topics, and then we can learn jumping into brand new topics. Okay, awesome sauce. Thank you very much, guys, and by the next episode we might do variables. Yes, we're gonna do into the very cool and very helpful world of variables. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and see you guys in next time. Bye bye.